that I added. I'll try to do this here. And I'll try to put it up on the screen. So it may help, I don't know. I know it's a lot of information, and unfortunately there's more information coming from this chapter that's important. Let me pull up that document I sent to you. And the top part of it here just kind of explains this relationship between, well, puts it in English, between your personal pronouns, I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they, all those, and each of those has a possessive pronoun or possessive adjective. I like to use the word possessive adjective because that's going to make more sense a little bit later. But I, my, you, your, he, his, she, her, it, its, we, our, you, your, they, their, right? And of course, because there are more words for you in German, like with the formal or the informal or the plural informal, there's going to be different words for your. But let's, I kind of copy and pasted this in a couple of different sections here. Wish I could make that where it's, that might help. Okay, good. Now this is something you've seen, but that's kind of all of them here. Now the only one that I see that's left out is the formal you. Ich, du, er, sie, es, so I, you, he, she, it, we, you plural, and then they. What I can tell you is that if your pronoun is sie, whether it means she or they, or capital S Z, meaning formal your, the possessive pronoun is the same. See, all of these are a form of ear. Over here, a form of ear. And it's the same thing for the formal. That's not on here. It's just a capital I, though, okay? And the ending to be the same. And so what they've done, and I like the way this is split up because they've put the feminine and plural on the same line, and because they're the same. They, at this point, it's the same. So it narrows 4 sections down to just 3, masculine, neuter, and they put feminine and plural. I know it's a little off from how we normally say masculine, feminine, neuter, but they put feminine and plural at the bottom. So, but here, so with all that on the board there, and you can see it on your screen as well. Again, just kind of add, maybe over here somewhere where we're going to add it, a capital SZ in your mind, and make the ear, or irve, or irven, whatever form it is, according to gender and the case, with a capital I for the formal you. So as we look at that, you see it has every possibility for ich. Mine could be neuter, mine, feminine, plural, meine. And then accusative, there's a big change, meinen. But as you go across, you see the same thing. Ihren, euren, unseren, seinen, ihren, deinen, deinen, meinen. Right? There's a certain pattern. All these end in E. All of these have no ending. All the nominative neuter have no ending. So accusative and nominative, those are the same. All these end in E. All these end in E. On the masculine side, though, no ending up here in the nominative, but in the accusative, what do they all end in? Masculine accusative? En. Meinen, deinen, seinen, ihren, seinen, unseren, euren, ihren. Go in a capital I-H-R-A-N, ihren again. And I think that breaks it down a little bit more, I don't know, maybe easier to digest that way. It seems like a lot of words, but it's a lot of repeated words as far as the endings go. So let's talk about like relatives, and we'll talk to say, I'll throw some possessive adjectives up here like. Now, one thing we know about the relatives is they're either going to be feminine or masculine, right? There's not, I mean, there's what there might be, like das Kind, that's not really a relative, right? Or what's the other one, das Geschwister. Okay, that could be brothers or sisters, all right? Let's stick with the ones that are masculine or feminine. Let's say mine. Let's take off dine. Let's use the capital I, year. Let's use small I, ear. And let's try sein and unser. Good, and then we'll have a possibility of an ending. And let's put here Nichte, Neffe, Mutter, Großvater. What else? Halbbruder. What's the gender of Halbbruder?
Yeah.
Right? You guys all get this?
Yeah.
Brother, masculine. Brothers are usually guys, right? Usually. Hey, I don't want to, get into all that other stuff. But and then let's Stiefmutter. All right. We got Mutter and Stiefmutter, both feminine now. So let's assume these are all subjects, okay? And by subjects, that means what case are they in? Say it again. Be proud. You know it. Nominative, right? Well, let's assume that at first then. So, Nichte, that's a girl, right? It's my niece?
Yeah.
So it's going to be, do I need an ending on mine? Look at the chart and see what happens with feminine and, in fact, plural words. E. Meine Nichte. Gender of Neffe is, okay, is there an ending in the nominative? No. No ending. Right here. Ihr, euer, unser, sein, ihr. There's mine right there. I say it's the same. Or dying, I mean. Ihr and the word is Mutter. Mutter is feminine, right? So, what ending? Okay, up here, Nichte was feminine. I put an E on the end. All the same rules, guys. Just going to add an E to this word. Ihre Mutter. Großvater, what's the gender of Großvater?
Is it feminine?
What's Vater? Father. What's Großvater? Grandfather. So that's going to be masculine. So what's going to be the ending here? Nominative, we'll assume that. No ending. Halbbruder, is that masculine?
Yeah.
Any ending here?
No.
Well, we didn't have one here, or here, well, here is masculine word. Is Stiefmutter, is that feminine or masculine? So what are we going to add here? E, right? So there are only two possibilities in nominative, either no ending or an E ending. And if you look at the nominative, this whole row has no ending. This whole row has no ending. But the feminine and plural have E endings.
What if it's like neutral? And is it no?
Well, let's hold off on that because that's a good question. But your answer is, yeah, no ending. Yeah. No matter what case it's in. But I want to stick with the family members. I'm going to make some of these plural then. Let's say, and I'll put back a line here for ending. We need one. Let's say, here's not all these we know. Mütter, that's plural. Brüder, you makes it plural. Let's say, Kinder, plural. Neffen and Nichten. Let's add one more. What else? I'm drawing a blank. Relatives, plural. Let's say relatives. Verwandten. Remember Verwandten? Yeah, Verwandten, relatives. Okay, so this is plural. Mütter, what's going to be the ending for mine? There could be a pattern here, it's going to see. What about Bruder, plural? Okay, so when I look at this chart over here,
It's going to be
nominative, it says feminine and plural, and what's the ending? I said it costs. What's going to be here? Ihr, Kinder, becomes anything?
No.
What? What's the gender of Kinder? Children. Kids, okay. Plural. Don't overthink this too much. Neffen is plural. E. Nichten is plural. Verwandten is plural. So if you look at my chart again, doesn't matter what case it's in, doesn't matter if it's feminine, if it's accusative or nominative, look at the ending. All the way across. Someone say it. E. What do we put down here? All the way up? Yes, E. That's the right ending to use. So with feminine words or plural, don't overthink it. Just put an E on the end, okay? Of these possessive adjectives. Okay. Now, if you think about this now, what's the gender? Look at the chart there. What's the article for feminine words? Okay. And what's the article for plural words? Also D. So what's the last letter in these two things?
I-E.
Okay. That helps you remember it all? I don't know. But feminine and plural, that's the article. And that's, there is some sense to this actually. There's some reason for this. Good. What about, let's try some new, mix it up a little bit. Let's say unser, oops, let me new pen. Unser, dein, euer, sein, mine, and ihr, with a small I. Okay. So let's talk about other things that could be not necessarily just relatives. Let's say Auto. Let's say Schule. Let's say Schulbank. Let's say Freund. Here, let's say yeah, textbook. And for his, let's say Freundin. So we're no longer relatives now, so there could be some neuter words thrown in here. What's the gotta know the gender of the word? What's the copulative thing? Gotta know the gender of the word and what case it's in. What's the gender of Auto? Someone from yesterday. Auto. Yeah. So look on the chart. What happens in neuter words?
Oh, that's nothing.
So nothing here, right? Unser Auto. Right. What about Schule? What's the gender of Schule? So what do you put for feminine words or plural words?
E.
Yeah, that's what I'm indicating here. E, deine Schule. What's the gender of Schulbank? You're sitting in one right now. 9. It's D, Schulbank. What's the ending going to be here?
E.
If it's E here, it's going to be E here. What about Freundin? Is that feminine?
Yes.
So what's the ending going to be?
E.
So all three of these words in a row were all feminine. Oops. What I need is some defense. If you're thinking about Christmas gifts already. Or extra credit. Dang it. All right, go with the color mixture. All three of these words were feminines, and all three of the endings were E. Just like all the endings here, E. It's like a computer. E. Okay, so textbook. What's the gender of textbook? So ending. Okay, look at the neuter words up there.
Nothing. Oh, nothing.
No ending. Just like Das Auto got no ending, and Freund. We'll say these are all masculine though. I mean, they're all nominative, so no ending. Because if I look up here, I see nominative, masculine, no ending for masculine. The N, masculine, neuter, then feminine, plural in the same category. So no ending here. But let's mix it up here again. Let's say all these are nominative, are accusative now. Now they're direct objects. All right. So you look at the second row there. Does that change anything for Auto? No. Does it change anything for Schule?
No.
No, still E. What about Schulbank?
No.
Or Schulbank? What about Freundin? Freundin.
Go.
Still E?
So,
Still E?
no.
Let's look over here. Feminine accusative. Look at this. Feminine accusative in plural. E, E, E. See E across the board there? Everyone seeing it?
Yeah.
Okay. Gender textbook again was das, so no any. Okay, now, point. Now we're in the accusative masculine. What's the ending? There we go. Now we have a change. En. Now, why is that? Because here we look over here, and we see is accusative, masculine, it's en across the board, no matter what the possessive pronoun is, that doesn't matter. What matters is the thing you're showing possession of. And in this case, it's her boyfriend, something like that. So, I met her boyfriend. That would be a deal right there. But masculine accusative gets a en ending. Okay, that's what happened there. Okay. What do you think? Okay, feminine plural, what are you going to put on there? No matter what the case is. 3 out of these, what? Yeah, but find some patterns though. In the nominative case, masculine and neuter, nothing. In the accusative case, just neuter gets nothing. En. And always feminine and plural in both cases get what? E. So only, that I can see, only feminine and plural are going to take an E ending on the possessive adjective. And when is the only time that masculine, when's the only time that an en ending could ever occur? Right. So a masculine word you're showing possession of in the accusative case or direct object. That would be en. Other than that, you're not going to see that en. And in the 2 cases we know, you're not going to see the en ending until that occurs. And that's not an uncommon occurrence. Because we have a simple sentence like, ich kaufe dein blank computer. What's the gender of computer? Here. But here, though, I'm doing the buying. So what's the computer? I'm the subject, so.
You're the nominative.
I'm nominative, that's right. So,
Computer's
right, and it's also masculine, someone said. So what's going to go in the end of dying? En, masculine accusative. Ich kaufe deinen Computer. Oh, I'm buying your computer. Okay, it's not like it's out of the ordinary. Let me turn the lights on for a minute. So if you have that, you still have the, thank you. You still have this, I hope you have that pulled up so it's going to be harder to see with the lights on. The next, this is new stuff now. And there's 3 parts to this, and I'm just going to introduce them one at a time. Let me tell you this, and I hesitate to tell you this, because I don't want to scare anybody off or anything. Yes, but that's a different, I was going to save that till the end of class. You stole my thunder. Don't worry, I've already taken them to Harvard, it's all good. You were watching my email. Okay. No, when I was in high school, and I took German, sat just where you're sitting, but at a different school though. The teacher used to always threaten us with, he'd say like, oh, you think this hard? This is hard? Wait till we get to chapter 7. You're like, what? You just wait. And what he was threatening us with, we didn't realize, was what I'm about to tell you about. Yeah.
Did you threaten you with chapter 7 even after you passed chapter 7?
Yeah, if you go back and review it again or something. Another exam or whatever, like years later. No, and it wasn't not a totally empty threat, but it wasn't as big a threat as I thought it was. But probably shouldn't tell you guys that. Like, you're shutting your minds off right now. I'm not going to get this. Yeah. Okay. Well, you've already seen, I'm not gonna get this part of it, but you notice we had the word blonde and rot and brown and schwarz for hair colors, right? So, and then when we put it together with the word hair, we say blonde. See, there's an E added. Blonde Haare, rote Haare, braune Haare und schwarze Haare. Why does rot become rote, and why does blonde become blonde? Why are we adding an E? The reason is that it's called an adjective ending, and the adjective ending, in some way, tells us what's the gender of the word that it's preceding. But it's not always totally clear, but it gives you a hint, at least that way. And so again, if I can just say it over and again, a lot of this whole language thing revolves around this beautiful white chart over here on the wall. If you can just learn half of it right now, the second half will come much easier. Der, die, das, die, den, die, ein, eine, einen. Okay? This isn't really yoga going on here or something. Tai Chi or something. Wow.
I had to do Tai Chi in Latin. Don't do
Well, well, I've done Tai Chi before in my first hour. It's not good to do first hour because you like to sleep, you know. It relaxes them too much that early in the morning. Oh, you have to sleep anyway. Tai Chi actually has a little more, it's actually not that. It's relaxing, but not like tennis. Anyway, yeah, so much of what we're doing here revolves around that chart. And yeah, I really can't say that enough. So spend some time, go come after school and spend some time here with the chart and stare at it, you know. Maybe have some candles over there, maybe have a priest come in or something, I don't know. Like an adoration type thing maybe for the chart.
Isn't that idol worship?
Yes, it would be idol worship, but it will help you pass the class better.
I'm not sure the priest would be terribly approved.
I know, but I mean, I know that there's a couple of priests who speak some decent German. Maybe we could get them involved. They'll realize the importance of the chart.
Well, I think what's Father Stephen's understudy?
Oh, Brother Malaki? His understudy?
No, it's Father Philip. Wait, is Father Philip the headmaster?
Yes.
Okay, it's Father Stephen. Yeah, I believe he said the S word in German on
Did
Friday.
he? Well, he does speak some German, and so does Father Philip too. That's the two you just mentioned there. Yeah, I mean, good enough, like academic German. Like that's, you know, when you get a PhD, especially in theology, German's usually a language. German, Greek, Hebrew. They want you to know if it's something biblical related. But German's an important language for theology. But anyway, okay, adjective endings. Well, the first one we're going to talk about is what I had here on the board a minute ago. Let me just pull up this.
Oh,
You all right?
yeah.
Whew,
Really good stretch right there.
that's a good stretch. Okay, here's our three. I hope Colin can see that. Oh yeah, I can. He can. Variant A. Like from a strains of a virus or something. Yeah. Yeah. The vaccine's not going to help you with that one any, so good luck. Variant A. Dare word adjective endings. Now, that doesn't make sense. What it means by that is this. They should call it definite article adjective endings. What do all the definite articles mean? Der, die, das, den. What do they all mean? The. That's all they mean. Don't make it any complicated than that. That's all it is. So I'm going to put kind of a little chart. Der, die, das, and then plural, die, and then den, die, das, die. And many times we have the same meanings. We'll say the white cat something, or the nice man, or the intelligent professor, abbreviate, We have this article, definite article, followed by an adjective, followed by a noun. It's a common thing. The blank cat, the blank man, the blank professor. When this happens, when there's a definite article, the adjective, and then the noun that that adjective describes following it, there's a certain type of adjective aims that we use. I know. For masculine, it's up here so it's clear. Nominative, accusative. It's E, 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 E-N. Guess what Dane is? E-N. So that goes together. And these are all the same. E, E, E.
Wait. So,
Okay, now
goes at the end of, like another year, what?
I'll show you. Think that's a good question. What's the word for cat? We had the word cat just a minute ago? Or a couple this chapter? The katze. So here's how it's going to look. Here's the word for white. Weiß, and I'll put it in it. Katze. So I got the and white and cat, right?
Yeah.
In English, nothing happens to the adjective, we say the white cat. But here it's feminine. It doesn't really matter what case I'm in. What's the ending for both of them? So on the end, I put the weiße Katze. What if it were a dog? Der braun Hund. Okay, so it's not Dane, but der Hund. So what's the ending there? Der braune Hund. Let's say das. Net. What net means? Net? Nice. Kent. Okay, come over here to neuter. What's my choices? It's going to be, that's nette Kent. But the nice children know the net Kinder. Now we're plural. What's my choices there? Oops, whoa, that should be in, sorry. What's the choices there?
You get E-N or E-N?
Yes, and you'll like it.
Yes.
And you're going to finish everything on your plate, too. The netten Kinder. So on this top row of nominative, everything is E except for plural. Right?
Yeah.
And on the accusative row, two of them are EN. This one kind of makes sense because it ends in EN, right? These stay the same, and this stays the same. So I'm going to change one thing. That's the ending on from dare to Dane. It goes from E to EN. One thing I noticed when I was in high school and I'm learning this, call me weird if you want to. You probably already have. But look at this though. This is if you were in Michigan or if you were in Ohio or California, this wouldn't dawn on you. May not dawn on you at all because you're all sane and normal people. But I noticed there's kind of a pattern here with the E endings. Huh? So like neuter accusative is like Tulsa about here. This down here is like broken bow, right? This over here might be like okay, Lawton, thank you. This right here is like Enid. This over here is like Boise City up on the Panhandle. It's just like this. No man's land.
We can share that.
Yeah, it's really not part of our state. Yeah, it's not really. We
We
only claim it because they have the highest elevation out there. They've got that Black Mesa, that's kind of cool. But other than that, but there you go. I noticed it looks like Oklahoma. So over here, we got like Bentonville, Arkansas, and Texarkana down here, maybe, a little bit off on that.
See if it can't
Um,
decide where it is.
Like Amarillo's out here somewhere, I don't know. Isn't that crazy? You just wouldn't even think, you'd be like, no one in like Ohio is going, that looks like Oklahoma. No.
Looks like a fun thing.
Well, yeah, they do call it the Panhandle. Okay, so
Where can we get I-44 to fit this?
that would, comes out of up here by Plural Joplin and makes its
Joplin is
way.
the concrete slab. and-
There's nothing for OKC here in the middle.
We'll put the bisect to OKC.
Let's make some sentences in the accusative real quick and then I'll let this settle in with you here. Okay, so let's say wir sehen die all those adjectives. Okay, als blank Großmutter. And let's say ich kaufe das neu, what's neu? New Fahrrad. Nice thing about these is we're kind of already telling what the gender of the word is here. And then let's say, ihr habt den den schwarz blank Stuhl. Okay. So here, wir sehen die alt blank. What's the gender? Großmutter tells us right here.
D.
Feminine. E. What's the ending for feminine words?
E or E.
Die alte Großmutter. These are all going to be DOs, because here's the subjects over here. Wir, ich, ihr. They're doing the action, and here's who or what we're buying, seeing, or having. So, wir sehen die alte Großmutter. Ich kaufe, look at gender, look at neuter, over here in Tulsa and Broken Bow. What's that on? E. And E or, easy enough. Ich kaufe das neue Fahrrad. And with Stuhl, now right away I see this EN, I'm tipped off to what we're going to do.
E-N.
Right, because that's out in Amarillo somewhere.
Yeah.
Ihr habt den
N.
schwarzen Stuhl. What's a schwarzen Stuhl? What's a
A
schwarzen
Swiss
Stuhl?
stool. No,
Oh.
there's not a Swiss stool.
Den schwarze Haare, schwarzen Stuhl, black chair. Okay? So you all have the black chair, Dane, so that's the DO, accusative. But I see Dane, I don't think anymore about it. Dane, what's the ending going to be? It's going to mimic the ending here. Den schwarzen Stuhl. Okay. What are the two choices for endings of this whole chart here? Only two. What are the two possibilities for endings on the adjectives out of this whole chart?
Or E-N.
E or EN. And I don't care if you like broccoli or not, you're going to eat it. You're going to clean your plate of E and EN.
I refuse.
Foul weed. Right, I know. You may not like this is the way it is. Okay. So those are the endings we have to know right now. For variant A, that particular strain of the German virus.
That was just for A?
That was just A.
Oh, God.
That's disappointing.
Here are the other possibilities. And without going over them, I'll save you that. I'll hold this one for tomorrow. What about ein words that precede nouns? Like, instead of saying the old grandmother, we say a old grandmother. Instead of saying the new bicycle, I'm buying a new bicycle. Instead of saying you all have the black chair, you all have a black chair. And those endings are different. Einen, right? Those would be the words that are preceded. And then what's going to be the ending that goes on to the adjective alt or neu or schwarz? And then the last one, let's just tell you they are without going into them. Variant C of the virus. Is that what they're calling these mutations? Variants?
No, they're naming them by their country.
Oh, I said there was an Oxford variant or Oxford strain.
There's the UK variant, the South African virus,
Okay.
and there's the New York
I
strain.
realize they're calling
really
it
bad.
by the city, but why do I think the word variant fits in here somewhere? Strain is the right word, right? Okay. The other strain of this horrible virus, strain C. I'm going to rewrite all this. Adjectives that are unpreceded, that don't start with V or A, they just have, she has blonde hair. Not she has a blonde hair, not that she has the blonde hair, but she has blonde hair. Blonde Haare. Yeah, you already know that. Okay, you know that one at least. So it's the same as in English, right? When we have adjectives that are, I think they're called attributive adjectives, when they occur in front of the noun, as opposed to predicate adjectives that follow a linking verb, like she is blonde, she is nice, she is intelligent. We don't add endings to those. But if you said the intelligent woman, the nice woman, she has blonde hair. I'll use that one. You don't have an article in front of it, not a definite, or what are the indefinite articles? You just said it. What is it? Definite, der, die, das, den. What's the indefinite?
Eine.
That's it. Those are the three that we know. And they're on the chart. And they're on the chart, and they also kind of mirror what we're doing with the possessive adjectives too. But that's another part of this chapter. Those are the other two strains of the virus, variant B and C.
So have you indeed found the largest foot?
Largest foot?
Bigfoot, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, see, Bigfoot would be an example of variant C. I found Bigfoot. I found the intelligent Bigfoot, then we're in variant A, and I found an intelligent Bigfoot, that's variant B. I just lost you, huh? Okay. Yeah, we gotta bring Bigfoot into this discussion somehow.
Yeah. Let's just bring it in here.
Well, I'm looking for him. I want to be out this weekend, yeah. Gotta get out in the woods. Do you think looking for Bigfoot is so cool? If you don't find him, you still have to go camping. Yeah.
Still good time.
You have to go hiking, you know, it's all good. If you're on the Bigfoot, it's a bonus.
Do you bring any like personal defense weapons in case you do actually encounter as large?
I do have a personal defense weapon, if you're asking me, yes.
What do you use if you have to kill Bigfoot?
Theoretically speaking,
Yes.
not in reality, but it would be inappropriate for me to mention anything like that in class.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be inappropriate. But theoretically, if I had my choice, you know, like if it was in my bedroom right now, I could just go grab it. 357 Magnum, that's what I would take it. That'll ruin your day, man.
I would
I don't care if you're Bigfoot or anybody else.
Well, what's Bigfoot's height and weight?
Well, he's a big fellow, you know? He's not. I wish he played on our football team.
I would use
Maybe
one of
center or something.
those giant water-cooled Vickers 303 machine guns from World War I.
Yeah,
Water jacket.
Those are
Chimpanzees
a bit of a haul, you know?
Yes,
Vikings.
that's the one going on.
I can put this thing on my belt loop. What's that?
I was saying like chimpanzees only weigh like 75 pounds.
Yeah, but they'll rip your face off though.
Yeah.
They don't even care. No, I don't know. It depends on what you hear. Some people say 8 foot tall, you know,
Why
900 pounds. It is. 357 is going to give you a chance to run away, maybe. Hopefully you can run fast enough that it bleeds out. Then you go back and get it. Then you take it home. And then you go to Harvard with it. And then you sell it and become rich and famous. That's my plan. It's my retirement plan. I'm not investing in these 401ks. The stock market's too unstable. Are you kidding me? I'm not going to make any money that way. I'm going to something stable. I'm going with the Sasquatch. That's my.
Good afternoon. two quick announcements. First, congratulations to Malvern House for successfully sniffing out the fact that it was
Mr. Malarkey.
Deacon Kevin Malarkey who had his faculty interview in a bookstore in the United Kingdom. I believe they have chosen to take the points for themselves. And also tomorrow is an online learning Wednesday. So your usual drill of following your teacher's directions for Zooming or other requirements for a synchronous online learning day. Yesterday, we ended our day with prayer by thinking about people in our lives, people we had encountered throughout that very day who might need our prayers. Today, I'd invite you to do something similar, but for yourself. Take just a moment to think back on your school day today. Think of a problem you encountered or a situation that you didn't quite know how to handle. And think about the grace, the help that you need from God to deal with that situation or resolve that conflict. For these and for all of the needs that we hold in the silence of our hearts, we pray to the Lord. Lord, hear our prayer. You have made us for yourself, O Lord, and our hearts are restless until they rest in you. May Almighty God bless you tonight, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen.
Go in peace.
Okay, go in peace. Hallelujah. Amen. Cheers. Okay.
You okay with that?